Hey there, Simmers! Welcome back. This is just our background screen for what we're doing today, but what we're actually doing today is we're going over to James Turner's website. We are in the random challenge generator. We are going to do a tiny home today. And our rules are do your best to complete the tasks, use discretion where they aren't possible, use check marks to keep track of what you've done, which we will do. And right now we are going to pick our challenge. So this is just the one that it came up with, which is kind of fun. But let's do a generation of, let's do maybe like the third one. 1, 2, 3. So no more than 60 tiles. Style your build like Newcrest. We need a room for a teen. Our budget is crazy low. This is a really expensive painting. Okay, so this is what we're doing. So this is my Newcrest in my building save file, so you can see that there's a ton of things around, but this is part of our challenge at the moment. We are going to, just pick maybe one of these. They're a little cheaper, which is good. And we're going to build our tiny home here. So Newcrest is kind of this style where you have 2-story homes, columns, these big windows, but I don't know if we're going to be able to afford any of that. Our budget is only $7,000, and we have 2 things that we need to do. We need to have in here. So the first one is the Ode to Jazz painting 2. Golden Tips. Where is that? So, okay, it's $670, so it's not as bad as I was expecting. And then the other one is Escargot. Oh, that's funny. Escargot Counter Cabinet, which is this one. So $165. That's not too bad. Our budget, we do have to stay under 7,401. So our land itself was 2,000 simoleons. I don't know if we're going to be able to build a house and stay under the $7,000 if we don't take that 2,000 into consideration. So we'll have to see what happens. All right. So our max is 60 tiles. We're going to go to the tiny home just to make sure we stay within that tier 2. And let's see what we can do here. So, that was our original farm for the rescue ranch. Before we knew it was going to be a rescue ranch. So a lot of these houses they have porches and nice little front areas. So maybe we kind of start with something like this, and it has a little front. Now, see, having a porch is definitely going to be chewing into our amount of tiles that we can have. We're already at 44, and that's without a porch at all. We also kind of want to have little details, probably on the houses next door. They kind of had a thing like this, so it would be kind of nice to include a little angle, but we may not be able to. I mean, this one here doesn't seem to have an angle. It just has a big porch, and actually what they did was they bumped it back, and then the sides were larger, so they did this, and they did a porch area here. So that may end up working better for us, and we'll pop that up. And then they have a sort of pop out on the back. They may not actually have the angle on the side. We'll do this, see how that goes. Okay, so that's 51 tiles. Yeah, I think we're going to have to really simplify it. I don't know, man. Getting a second floor with this is going to be tough. That's 88 tiles. So we're gonna have to pull everything back, or just make it really tiny in general. This is what we want. And then there's supposed to be a second story balcony. So to make a tiny house in this sort of vibe, like this is what we would need. And that's not even counting that all of these things have like this. Well, this one doesn't, but the rest of them do. So what does that house look like? Yeah, see that? So that comes out in the front. It's got an entire porch around. It does have an angle with those windows there. Okay, so we have to figure out how we're gonna make this a whole lot smaller. Do we pull everything back? And at this point, I think we're gonna have to just have a ladder. I don't know how else we're gonna be able to fit like stairs in here. So we still need to get rid of 20 whole tiles. Okay, well that's definitely coming out. So we still have to get rid of 12 tiles. This is so much. This is gonna be crazy. So this one has the second floor coming out a little bit like more than the first floor. So we could potentially do that. Okay, that one's really tiny. This one here, maybe we do that instead. Like we make it flat on the front downstairs. We pull this one out. And then maybe this comes out. That gives us like a little bit more space there on the second floor. We are still over our tile count, but maybe we can slide everything in here. 64. All right, I think this is gonna work. Okay, so we are at 60 tiles. So if I grab this, oh, I guess this is like in the way. Let me slide this down. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how to make it check off. All right, so no more than 60 tiles. We technically do have our cabinet and our painting. It's just not in the house yet. Our budget is $7,000, so we're gonna keep an eye on that. We need a room for a teen and then style your Build Like Newcrest. So we're on our way to styling our Build Like Newcrest. So how did they do their roof? So they did that. We can't do that. They did all of this. So maybe we'll try to kind of make it look like that one, but without the flat part at the top. So maybe just like that. They do have like friezes and columns. Like that's gonna start getting really, really expensive. We could potentially put something in like this. We may have to have medium height walls. This is gonna be like a really tall, awkward build. Like they kind of have a thing like that. It looks like it might be a little smaller. I can't tell which one that one is all the way over there. Maybe it's this one? It's kind of like that. I don't know. Do we make this one story and make it larger and give ourselves like more porch space? I mean, we do have very modern-y styles over here. We could try to do. This 2-story is just really bothering me. Why is there a wall here? It's very interesting. I think we're gonna get rid of the second story. I just don't think it's working for us. I think we'll do a 1-story and we'll give ourselves more porch space because that seems to be important in this, which I know takes away a lot of the, floor space, but I think it's more important to have a bit of a porch right now. So we're at 44 tiles. We have built out just a little bit and we'll try to expand as much as we can and maybe do like a push out in the back. That takes us a little bit over. If we pull this in, that gives us our 60 tiles. It's a little bit more usable now. We'll have to put in our roof back in. We'll put this one in so that it's flat all the way across. Kind of let that meet. And then do we want to put this on here? What in the world? Why did it do that? That is so strange. Can I fix that with a half wall? Oh my gosh. What is going on? It might be because there's like a little wing wall. Okay, so it's going like under the frieze. So is the frieze like gone? It is. It is gone. Why is that gone? The frieze is back on that side. That one worked. Why does this not work? What is going on? Okay, now it's back. Nope, it's back. All right, so I tried putting it in and then putting in that side piece separately, and it did not do it. So I don't know what's happening. Let's do a full wall. Maybe build a full thing out here. Let's try it one more time. Let's see if we can get it to work. We have our freeze in. So we need our budget spandrel. I really have no idea why that's not working. None at all. And even when we do it like this, it's still not working. I really do not know what's going on. All right, so if we don't have that side bit, it does show up. We could potentially copy this over. And then it does it again. So there must be something about like that side. I don't understand. Maybe I just need to rebuild it. See, okay, so there is that. I think maybe we just get rid of this. It's just not working. However, it could give us the availability to have 4 squares in the back for some sort of like back porch, which we could actually put on the side like here. Because if we look at the neighboring houses, it kind of comes off here. I got a cute little space here. I guess we'll add some columns, probably just stick with some white columns and maybe get a fence on here. I'm going to try to do most things in theme with it, but I'm also going to try to do maybe a little bit cheaper for some stuff. Like this is a $20 fence, which is sort of like that one. But if we go find that one, I think it's a way more expensive. Well, we could do this one. I think it might be this one, like an 80. Yeah, an 80 simoleon fence. So that's going to be probably out of our price range pretty quickly. We do have these pickets from Strangerville, which could potentially work out. They're doing some weird things, so I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, well that's weird. It must be because it's like a different room or something. Like this whole thing. I'm just gonna try to remake this. So this is a 3x4 room. Actually, we don't even need to put in the spandrels in that version. So it's actually ended up being a little cheaper. So this looks like everything is sort of lined up now. So if I put this back here, let's hope it kind of does what it's supposed to. All right, that looks good. So we're still at 60 tiles. Let's grab out just the basic stairs. I think that's fine. That's kind of where people's stairs are at, right? Yeah, like right in front. I don't know if we'll be able to drag it all the way out. Oh, we can. All right, we can do that. Is there something a little darker? Ideally, I think it would be those, but it's an extra 344. So I don't think we'll be doing that. We do have some basic railings that kind of match the columns there. So that was base game. We could do this and match. I mean, we might as well, right? It's kind of, base game is sort of the theme for this build. And then we have big windows and a larger front door. This one has the windows with shutters. Everything's very light and pastel-y, except for that one, which looks like it could be brick. And that one is brick. So we could do, and that one has brick on the bottom. So that's a red brick with the yellow. I do like the red brick with the yellow, just because it's kind of nice and bright. And I like the brick that has the white mortar around it. So with this, I'm not sure if a bright blue door works for it. It's kind of more of a pastel-y type thing. We could do a yellow door. I guess it also depends on what kind of windows we have. I don't know if I'm going to end up using base game windows just because they're really expensive for the large ones. But something like this doesn't really match in with this aesthetic. So we're definitely going to have We're going to have windows that have mullions and whatnot in them. I'm not sure if that's going to be big enough for what we want. I think we're going to have to use the ones from the Horse Ranch pack. And in this case, like we could have a green, and then we could do the green front door like that. Now I know that they're black inside, which is a little problematic. What other colors do we have? I think maybe the white with the black. And then it definitely matches the door. It's a pretty good height there too, to match the door. So I am happy about that. And then what kind of base? So you're a brick base, and I think that would be us. A foundation like this. And I would love to go up one more and get like another step in. All right, that's okay. Can I apply this there? There we go. So we got a little brick there. And we're missing our roof. Is that what was causing the problem? The roof before? All right, so we've got a start to our little tiny home here. That's cool. It does look very on brand. It just is very tiny. It does look like maybe we should slide this front part back just a little bit, like there. Just because this was sticking out really far. Okay, that looks a little better. Now I believe we're under 4, so we could pop this out in the back. And I think that is what we should do. We'll give ourselves a little bit more room inside and maybe some flexibility with how we come out into the backyard. And while we're here, do we put in a little bit of some yard stuff? I mean, it's mostly just sort of painting, maybe doing a little bit of cobble or a little bit of stones. Not sure. Everybody else has like concrete. They basically have concrete, and the house comes like right down to the sidewalk. So maybe we do that. Maybe we move the whole thing forward. So we're right up to the front. It looks like we need to grab out a concrete. This guy here. There we go. So we got out a nice little concrete front stoopy area. So look how tiny this is. It's so tiny. I want to add a couple of trees. I think really just kind of 2 trees. We don't need a bamboo, I don't think. I'm not sure. Are we a beech tree area? Is that what it is? It does look like it. So I think maybe one here and then one of these back here. So how much of those? Yeah, I think that's, yeah. We should definitely have that. Just a little bit of decoration. There we go. All right. So now for inside this tiny little home, we definitely need to have some lights on the front. So I would like to do that. And we may just go with the cheaper ones again, the cheaper outdoor ones, and grab 2 of these. One here and here. Yeah, those look nice. We'll also get one on the back. I'm not sure where our back door is going to be, but I would like to at least have one ready for us. All right, cool. And now our layout. So our front door is here. Our back door is here. We need at least a room for a teen. Now, I don't know if that means we need to have 2 rooms or if it's like the teen challenge where you stay on your own as a teen. And like that's, you know, like you're just living as a teen on your own. So our door comes in here. So this is probably going to be living. I don't know how much for kitchen we'll be able to put in. We do need a bathroom and a bedroom. I don't know why that changed. That's super confusing. Go back. I just want a regular cabinet. Why are you doing weird things? I don't want an auto cabinet. All right, so those are moved there. And maybe this will end up in the living area. Because I don't know, maybe the kitchen should be back in here. Like we'll put these back where we had them. And then the bathroom. Oh, that's kind of what I wanted to put back here. I would love to put the bedroom here. We could make the front porch maybe like one size smaller. If we did that here, maybe have 2 windows. Yeah, that might actually be better for us. I don't love that, but I think it's going to be what happens. I'm envisioning this to be the bathroom. I know this makes it off a little bit. We could make it even smaller. We also have 2 more squares now that we can fit. So do we move this over? I mean, it's kind of a tiny, it is a tiny home. So if we're dealing with very tiny physics, it might be best to just pull everything in and just make this tiny little area here. All right, well, we could do that. It is tinier. We have 4 extra spaces now. So that would make our bathroom at least a bit larger, which I do like. And we could pull this out by 1 maybe, and then pull this out. I know that gets rid of one of those cabinets there. And we could smudge a door in kind of here. I was hoping to have it on this wall, but I'm not sure what else we would put there. Like, this is definitely going to be a bathroom here, and this is going to be the bedroom, which I do like the shape of the bedroom. So, though, all right, things have changed a little bit more. This is definitely going to need to go down. If you hold Alt when you're holding the arrows for the roofs, you can change them to any height you want instead of the predetermined heights. All right, so that's our house now from the exterior. It's not terrible. We have a little bit of work that needs to be done. I am going to slap this onto the stairs if I can. It doesn't look like I can anymore. Yeah, nothing to change. Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave that. Lighting, let's get a couple of these cheap lights in here. I'm pretty determined to keep this like this. I'm just not sure about this area. So if we're in here, if we're getting the like second to cheapest fridge, we could do upper cabinets like that. We need a stove here. And we need a kitchen cabinet, which really we could just do like the most basic things, except that we have this one, which feels like we kind of need that similar vibe, which is this one, which is $290. So already we are over our $7,000. In case you guys were wondering, it's $7,400 and we are currently already over it. So that's great. So basically we're going to have to start getting rid of things. Going to have to start making things cheaper. Maybe we just get rid of that back deck area. I mean, that didn't really take out too much. We got the cheapest stairs. We got basically the cheapest railing at this point. The columns we could go a little cheaper on. I mean, we could do the horse ranch ones, which are like huge and blocky, 25 simoleons. It doesn't look very in this style. Oh gosh, I don't know what else to do. I mean, these are not very expensive. Those are $35. How much is this door? $275. I mean, we could go for a cheaper door. Yeah, I mean, this one is $50. So let's see if we can get something, maybe just the white. Okay, well, you know what? It's Strangerville, but it's a little cheaper. I mean, it's not much. We have the cheapest possible doors. I think we're going to have to do a much cheaper cabinet and just go like all white. And we're still over budget. Maybe 1 window? I mean, we're still over budget. I think we're going to have to go to like much less for tiles. Like, we're gonna have to pull the whole thing forward and just have like less tiles in this build in general. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've dropped the foundation all the way down so we don't have to have the stairs. I took off the frieze, which was it was 8 simoleons, I guess, for each like section. And then cut the floor plan. So everything was brought back by 1. And then also this part in the back was slid in by 1. So we're currently at 44 squares. which is significantly under what we need to have. But at the same time, like, we now are under our budget. So we have like 500 simoleons to spend. But I think what I'm going to do is do like free real estate. So the land itself was 2,000 and our budget was 7,401. So we're gonna aim for 9,401. And then if we end up making this space a little larger, we can do that. So I slid our kitchen to here. We could put that on the outside. What does that look like from the outside? Ideally, I guess the windows would be there, which is why the fridge isn't back here. I would rather have this area so you can maybe like cook back there. But I would understand if you guys wanted to slide that over. Although I guess really, it's not that much in the way of the window, so that makes sense. We have one of these cabinets and it may end up being just that one cabinet. So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's start to add some of the other things in. We are going to go with the cheapest of the cheap for everything. So do not be surprised by that now. We'll try to incorporate some colors. Maybe we'll do like a blue and white theme or something. Then we're going to do the Invisa shower, 300. Maybe we can, when we add tile, maybe we can make it look a little bit more like a shower area. I know it's right by the window, but there's not much we can do about that. And we need room for a teen. So that's kind of just like a regular sized bed. We could do, it's a pretty generous sized room. So there is at least that. All right, in the bedroom, it's uncomfortable for adults. We may end up just doing the Gordian cot. I mean, it's 255. We'll see. We're going to throw things in. And if we end up being able to have different things later, we will. But for now, we're basically doing like a little camping place, I guess. We could not have that. How much is this? 45. We could go up one. This is going to be terrible. I know it already. Maybe they have a suitcase instead of like an actual dresser. Like, we're going hardcore for this like teen only place to live where they like just don't have anything. And they're really just trying to live their life as best as they can. So it's going to be a really rundown sort of place. So we're embracing it. I hope you guys are ready for this. We're going to have one accent wall in the teen room. I do like that. I think we will maybe stick with that blue. I'm really in love with that. We want a gray floor. I kind of feel like a warm floor would be better. Yeah, that's nice. We could end up doing something like this in the kitchen. It's not a great tile option, but it is what it is. We could do this really old tile option. I mean, it's 4 simoleons. So, hey, it's what we can do. We have this kitchenette faux tile. Yeah, maybe we should get that in. All right, so we got 2 different like linoleum tiles for the bathroom and the kitchen. What do we have for tiles for the bathroom? The digital world will be a little bit more classy maybe in this one. Although, I don't know, kind of doing really bad is kind of fun. Okay, well, there's a blue. That's really lovely with the floor. But I think we're going to go with the blue. And then we'll just do like a little like accent area right there for the shower. You know, I just realized we could probably do smaller walls now. Nah, the windows fit. Okay. This is just great. Could do a different type of tile. Those ones are nice. You know what? We can actually do something pretty nice in here. Like, these are only 2. And I'm totally okay with that. 2 simoleons with that, and that's a lot better than those other ones. We'll do the wet wall here in those tiles. Okay, that makes me a little happier. So what do we have for our floor? That's a little better. I really just want it to match with like this blue. So these tiles are 4. So we could, as long as we stick within the 4, we should be fine. So we could do dark blue. I'm not a huge fan of that. We could do black. I mean, that's really nice. Or we could do a white. Like, the black is almost too clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks really nice, which is sort of the problem. The tiles in general are pretty nice, though. I think we're just going to have to stick with it. We've got some crappy stuff. A lot of it is kind of nice. We're doing all right. A little bit darker floor. But I don't know if we can get better wallpaper. We could paint. I mean, I kind of like the worn wallpaper. It's kind of fun. We could do maximalist style. Okay, all right. Just cancel that. Maybe we could do floral or something later, but we'll stick with this. All right, so we have a bedroom and a bathroom. We should probably get a light in the bedroom. I mean, that's kind of why I got a side table. Got a little mushroom light. So just to keep in mind, our budget is $9,400. We should at least get a couple of chairs in here. What can we do? The cheapest thing is a love seat, an outdoor love seat. Can we even get this guy? What does that take us up to? We can do this guy. We just have to stay within that 1,000, right? Yeah, so we basically have 1,000 to spend. We could get the trash or treasure one. That kind of feels like it could possibly be something that would be in this house. Although, what's our cheapest television? $275. We could try for a very cheap television. Like maybe if we get one of these like broken down things, we can put this penguin on there, and then we can get this trashy couch like over here. That seems very, you're running on low funds, right? I would love to get a carpet or something in here. So we might end up having to do something like this. Maybe we just do without a rug. So where are we at? So we have 800. We have a couple of simoleons. So what are the things that we need? I mean, we might potentially find that we're going to need a smoke detector. So we should probably get one of those. We may need a thermostat. Maybe like books somewhere, a bookshelf. We could just grab out some vintage books. Oh, we can't. What if we slide this over? That's kind of weird that you can't like center that. I don't know. I feel like maybe we need a desk or something. That's like 200 simoleons. I don't know if it's going to fit in there. Like for schoolwork, 255. What are some of the other things that we might need as a teen? I mean, really, that's probably it. I mean, I don't know if we can really spend money on blinds. I mean, yeah, we need to for like the bedroom, but we don't really have the funds for that. We could do like these. I don't know. Yeah, these might be it. We should at least get some in the bathroom and the bedrooms. Okay. Maybe, I mean, we have a pretty good sized like portrait here, picture of something. We've got a light, at least one in each room. I mean, we do have a ceiling light. We could potentially get rid of that and put the books in here instead. What else do we have from the basement treasures? Oh yeah, that's a good lamp actually. So we've got this guy. How much was this? $225. We can't afford this one. This is $150 though. So we could do that instead. I mean, that's like a television. I don't know if that actually works, but if it does, that would be kind of nice. How much is this decal? Oh, 0 simoleons. We'll see the brick. That's cool. Should we add a plant in? I mean, I feel like we're here. We should add a plant in. That's our front door. We literally have nowhere for a plant to go except for the end there, and that's terrible. Maybe in the bedroom. Would a teen have a plant though? I mean, maybe. All right, we have 2 simoleons left. I don't think we're really going to get anything else with that. So this is our beautiful home. It's changed quite a bit since the first iteration. We have 2 simoleons left. Maybe we'll just cruise on in here and see what it looks like from inside. So this is our lovely interior. We've got unpainted ceilings because we cannot afford that. We've got a pretty good sized couch though, a little box of stuff and a television, which may or may not work. I don't actually know. We have a little functional enough kitchen area. We got a actually quite cute bedroom here. It has a plant and a couple boxes, some vinyl, some books, which could actually, be really, really inviting. And then the bathroom is a blue and white theme. We do have stuff to protect the windows, although you're probably going to want to clean those drapes a lot. But that is our sort of successful build for James Turner's Tiny Home Build Challenge. So that's going to be it for us today. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to see more. And I will see you again soon. Bye! My appetite.